Video 18. Okay, so the Dixiecrats are borrowing money from China, right? To pay for the Ukraines, but yet they say they're fighting China. China is doing all this, but then well, now maybe let's look here. Maybe they're supporting China because they're borrowing the money from China, right? Okay, they're borrowing the money from China, so they need to keep borrowing money so they can keep that war going. So they're staying doing what China says. But who controls China? Who's influenced one of the influence built up China? But the Gentile Rothschild, the Antichrist, right? Okay, so now as we said, um, okay. So and they won't have a means. The Republic of America, once its military is defeated, I mean depleted of arsenal, it won't be able to defend itself. It's home. Its own borders, right? And that's when. And what do they have flooding in? The open borders, right? Okay, so the gin-filled demonic Neanderthal Ashkenazis, um, as I said, are borrowing money from China to do so all the while, and in doing so all the while they're stating how bad Russia is, yet China also is a friend of Russia, but they fight in China. I mean, they're fighting Russia, right? The not the as the Dixiecrat rhinos are fighting Russia, but borrow money from China, and China is one of the holders of American debt, right? Okay, and now you can see why China is buying up a lot of America, right? Okay, so and as I said, China is an ally with Russia. Okay, so and I don't have a problem with Russia. I do have a problem with Russia killing when Russia was killing the Chechens. They need to stop that. Okay, so now as we said, Russia is an ally with Russia. I think the world should get along, period. If a country wants to be communist, let it be fucking communist. If a country wants to be capitalist, let it be capitalist. A country wants to be atheist, let it be atheist. Let people be what they want to do. If you talk about freedom in America, let other people be free to be what they want. But no, another country can't be free to be a Muslim country. It can't be free to be a communist country. It can't be free to be an atheist country. It got to be democratic like the Republic, Corpse America. I'm not the Republic, but Corpse America, the dictator, tyrannical Corpse America. But they say they're fighting for democracy, but always talking bad about communism. If Russia wants to be communist, let them be freaking communist, and let people be in peace. Let countries live in peace. We need different means of governing. Okay, anyway, and stop starting all these wars just because somebody else want to live different because they want to fight over the resources. Enough of that. Okay, people are like Trump. PDJT said people are dying. We don't want dying of nobody, regardless of where their mother tongue what mother tongue they speak, or their cultural ancestral heritage. Nobody. We're all family. Alhamdulillah. This one's a Christian, this one's a Muslim, this one's a Jew, this one's a capitalist, this one's a Zionist, this one's a atheist, this one's a Buddhist, this one is a Hindu. What the fuck? That's stupid. Let people be what they want to be. Allah is a judge. Anyway, so dang, that go to okay. So as I said, but China is beholden to Russia, which should be fine. Should be fine. We should all, like Rodney King said, can't we all just get along? Now, so now the gin-filled demonic Neanderthal Ashkenazis, Aleister Crowley, Dixiecrat Rhino, religiously homosexual. Abomination, cancer culture is paying billions of Americans dollars to kill. Now, they're paying billions of American dollars to kill people, but trying to implement gun control in America, talking about this guy shot up a church. They're shooting up nations. Look what they let happen in Yemen. Look what they did in Palestine. Look what did in Iraq. Look what they did trying to do in Iran. Look what they did look what they're letting happen between Russia and Ukraine. Look at all the killing. And then talking about, they think about trying to get ready to go to war with China. Stupid idiots. Because they might invade Taiwan. They want to kill nations, import narcotics, even to the White House. But Americans can't protect themselves, despite Nibiru's coming through, and they won't be able to depend on the police because they won't have no phone to call the police. They have to depend themselves, as the north right hand of the moon, north node, is in Aries, is indicating. So you better follow heaven this time. You better listen to heaven. You better look up for your guidance rather than down, rather than below. You better look above rather than below for your guidance this time. Okay, so they want to kill, but want to take away your guns. They want to charge for black people, incarcerate them for life, let them rot in prison, right? Just rot in prison. While they know they bring the drugs into the community, surround their community with drugs, and then disenfranchise them totally, and then tell them don't swim in the water, right? Don't swim, don't take the drugs, or cruel and unusual punishment will await. That is a deterrence. But for the drugs they put in the suburbs, the opioids, it's okay. They need medical help. They have issues. They have problems. Let a black man carry a gun, he's a criminal. And he ain't shooting up nobody, but he's a criminal if he got a gun. But going to a church, being a white supremacist, going to a church, shoot up somebody, he's got issues. Why do white people claim superiority? Well, let's say, why do white supremacists claim superiority when they, in control of the economy? But when they shooting up somebody, starting all these wars and crap, they got mental issues. They need help. They need doctors. Why, they got something's wrong with them. They deserve our empathy. But black people who come from a life of persecution, a history of persecution, why, they are just thugs that need to be brought to heel. Never mind how they got that way. They just need to be brought there, or our danger. Children and mothers and wives and daughters will be persecuted. And we don't want our community to become a jungle, right? Despite they did that to them. And those who are on the opioids, I'm not suggesting they go to prison. I'm not suggesting none of that. They do need help, obviously. But so do black people. They don't need prison either. They need to be with their families. Now, anyway, as I said, so with the depletion of the military arsenal, international economics, and international with the international economy collapsed. The American economy collapsed. Well, that's international. Let's go here. The depletion of the military, the arrival of, when we say the international economy collapsed, and the collapse of the American economy, the stolen election, okay, under the guise of a lab leak of COVID, the border invasion by Latino illegal immigrants from South America to change the Christian dynamics of America, that will be beholding to the synagogue of Satan, Catholic Church, the Nazis, right? Let's go to video. This was 1819.